Hey guys, Happy New Year. It is January 2nd, and I'm getting back on here to talk about my winter solstice um, experiment, or I don't really want to call it a challenge because it wasn't a challenge, but anyway, we'll call it an experiment. So if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, on December 21st, on the winter solstice, I wrote down 12 goals on little pieces of paper and I put them in a jar. And each day I would get up and I would draw one out, not look at it, tear it up, put it in the trash, with the idea being that on January 1st, I would come back with one goal, the one thing I needed to focus on. And I'll tell you, it was really challenging not to look at what I was pulling out because you're curious and you're wondering, okay, what are we whittling down to? And so on January 1st, I pulled out my goal, and I've already read it, so I know what it is. And I will tell you that I was surprised. So a lot of my goals had to do with fitness, running a certain race, or consistently practicing tennis, or growing my YouTube following, or things for my studio, reducing body fat, a lot of things like that, reading so many books. So a lot of things along those lines. And the one I pulled out, I actually forgot that I put it in there, and it is probably the most personal one of the 12. And when I read it, I was a little shocked, and then I thought, okay, I get it, because it's also going to be the one that pushes me the most, that takes me out of my comfort zone and challenges me. And it's something that I have talked to two of my best friends about in the past year as being a situation that I have been unhappy with, or not thrilled about. So seeing that as my focus for 2026, I thought this experiment 100% worked as it should, because the other things, the fitness things, were things I will still do. And they're things that I would have done anyway. They're things that I would work on anyway. But this one is going to take some more work from me. It's going to push me in ways that maybe are not as comfortable. And I think it was exactly what I needed to draw out of this jar. Now, I'm not sharing with you what it is because it is more personal. But I will tell you this: give me some time to work on it. And when I feel like I'm there, we will have a part 3, and I'll be happy to share it with you. Just right now, I'm in the figuring out phase. And I think this was a great experiment for me. And I'm pleased with my result, a little apprehensive of how I'll get there, but also really encouraged to have that extra push to do something about a situation that I have not been content with. So if you didn't do this, all is not lost. January 1st does not have to be the end all be all day. You could start this now, 12 things in a jar, pull one out. You can do 10 things in a jar, but the idea being the final thing is where you start your focus. And you may be really surprised, like I was, and it may be the least expected item that's in that jar that you end up with, because coming up with 12 things was challenging. And I think that's how this item ended up in my jar, because I had to reach a little broader than the obvious goals to get to 12. And that's where we ended up. So anyway, I'm excited about this, and I look forward to sharing with you down the road when I feel like I have met that goal. So I know it's a little bit of a cliffhanger, and I apologize for that. But good things to come, good news to come, more videos to come. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting. Bye.